Hello, welcome to Life and Business Master with Dr. Kali Cussons. Good morning this morning. I hope you're doing well. I want to discuss a very simple topic with you, but very powerful topic: how to conquer self-pity. How to conquer self-pity. How not to be a pity-party maker. I'm going to read partly from my book, Discover Yourself, published by Author House UK. I'm going to read partly from page 10. Now, the topic is the pity party maker. Now, self pity is a version of false self discovery, especially of the stock of low self estimation. Inadvertently, though, the self pitying person gives himself the status of a second, third, or fourth great human being according to the intensity of the self pity. Now, whenever you pity yourself, you are saying that you are an animal. You're saying that you're not in control. You're saying there's nothing you can do. You're saying, that people should pity you. And the person who is supposed to pity you is a human being like you, created in the image of God like you, very much like you. Now, the self-pitying person blames all except himself for everything that went wrong in his or her life. Whether it's brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, wife, husband, mother, father, or friend, he blames others for his, height, lack of it. If he is too tall, if he is too short, he blames everybody. Now, he blames everybody for her inabilities. He blames everybody for his or her disabilities. He blames everybody for the environment, the circumstances he is going through. The list is endless. The self-pitying person also blames God. He seldom blames himself, though he does that occasionally. This person sees everything, or almost anything and everything, from the magnifying spectacles of the burdens and despair. This person finds the fool's joy in people's sympathy and pity, like the irresponsible naughty child who accepts the burden of work in the house by feigning sick whenever there is work to do. The pity party maker feels that his failures are excused and his self-esteem restored when he is being pitied. But it's a lie. He does not know that pity is to a person what abandonment is to a building. Pity is to a person what abandonment is to a building. Don't ever allow yourself to be pitied. For no matter what, that which is given to you out of pity must be pittance. And that given to you out of your capacity, at least, must be substance. The pity party maker's friend is one who tells him how wicked his environment is or how people around him is. He lacks something like, if not for this or that, you would have been over the moon by now. So it is not your fault. There is nothing you can do. I tell you, the greatest lie, the greatest perennial lie of all times and deception is this: there is nothing I can do. It's a lie. Whenever you think that there is nothing you can do, always remember this: there is something you can do. The pity party maker does not need your suggestion as to how he can get out of his low self-esteem. Immediately you suggest that, he says you are mocking him. What he needs from you is some crumbs from your table and some sympathizing words. Unfortunately, though, the crumb he needs may often be bigger than your whole meal. The pity party person, most times, the crumb he needs, if I can see 1 million naira now, if I can see if somebody can just give me 150,000 now. This is true because he does not know how to cultivate yam. And he who doesn't know how to cultivate yam usually finishes, a barn full of yam in one meal. Most lazy people are gluttons and love the good things of life on platter of gold, even more than those who are more industrious. Now, self-pity could be from excusitis to victimitis. Now, then it can also lead to suicide. I have passed through that before. Being physically challenged from the age of 1.5, I thought, God helps me, my parents would have done more by actually, having immunized me. They said they immunized me. But growing up, I never believed them. Because he said, why me? I had 2 other brothers before me. Why me? Now, but I found out that asking those questions, they don't solve any problem. So you could move from, excuses to, victimitis, everybody hates me, I'm a victim, and finally to suicide. Depending on the temperament of the fellow in question. You know, you can go through all this. But remember, whatever you go through, the truth is that the responsibility is yours to get out of it. So don't wait for something to come and pull you out. The excusitis, the person suffering from excusitis, is suffering from the because of and due to syndrome. Excusitis is a negative condition where the mind of the excusitic is dampened, affecting the spirit and body, opening up vistas of unrealistic logic of excuses, which he thinks absolves him of all, you know, responsibilities emanating from his conscious or human heart. Remember, the box, you know, stopped. The box stopped at your table. Excusitis is a defeatist attitude characterized by some nasty negative attributes. So some people want to run away from reality. They go into what? Drunkenness, prostitution, gambling, drug addiction, armed robbery, and other what we call low morals related behavior. Excuses. The excusitis is both lazy, he's a gossip. Excuse is the refuge sound of a lazy person. But it's very important you know that it is a pity that the factory that produces excuses, you know, the factory gets busier every single day. You know, during the last regime in the country, you had a lot of people saying this government is so bad, but I'm hearing people now saying, bring back the last government, bring back our corruption, bring back this and that. Now, instead of laying off workers, you know, some people, the factory that produces excuses is recruiting more workers. Is expanding the frontiers, buying more machines, and developing more advanced strategies for marketing excuses. You know, it is the most lucrative firm in the world, far more lucrative than the Forbes global companies. Now, the person giving excuses must know that excuse is a very beautiful bride that cannot have a suitor. Excuse is a beautiful bride that can never have a suitor. So, the Bible says Solomon get a wonderful and quintessential picture of a lazy person. Now in the Bible book of Proverbs chapter 26 verse number 13 through to 16, quote, the sluggard said, the lazy person said, there is a lion in the road, a fierce lion roaming the streets. As door turns on its hinges, so a sluggard turns on his bed. The sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He is too lazy to bring it back onto his mouth. The sluggard is wiser than 7 men who answered discreetly, unquote. The excusitic has one excuse or another for every failure, for every wrong done, for every sin, everything he has excuse. His statements are always punctuated with claims like this, quote, you know, it is not my fault. If I were taller, if I were shorter, if only my parents were not my parents, if my left hand had been my right hand, if I were not a citizen of this country, if this, if that. Does it solve any problem? You have to be a pragmatic person. Anything that you are doing, that you are saying that is not adding up, leave it. It doesn't make any sense. No matter how people perceive you, no matter what pity you say you get. The excusitis tries to downplay or reduce the merits of other people's good action. For instance, if somebody has achieved something, tell it to the excusitis. Nelly, Kali, Emeka is intelligent. Musa had just won scholarship to Harvard. You know, his impulsive or reason instinctive reply will be something like this. You mean Nelly? Yes, Nelly. Yes, actually, she's intelligent. Only that she's cunning and foxy. And in fact, if not that I'm not giving to that, I want to maintain my forthrightness. I would have shown her that she doesn't know anything. She's not even my match. Tell him that Simpson has bought a new car, and his reply will be something like this. And yes, I had it. It's not a big deal. After all, the wealth his mother left for him is his grandmother left for him is enough to buy the island of Malta. You know, also that he has criminal tendencies. If my parents were not farmers, coupled with the fact that cars kill their owners, I would have bought one. But you know, foolish excuses. But he doesn't see anything wrong with it. He also replied with an outright condemnation of himself. You know, Simpson has always been a very smart person, unlike ourselves, who are not naturally endowed with intelligence. It's not our fault. We didn't create ourselves. God forbid. So this one, every success story is an impossibility, a lie, or a miracle. Now, the victimizing, okay, we're going to talk about the victimizing later. The person who thinks that he's the victim, she's the victim of everybody's action. The government has conspired against you, angels conspired against you, hell has conspired against you, heaven conspired against you, the government conspired against you, the party in power, the party out of power, everybody's against you, your siblings, they're the victimizing. They suffer from victimizing. The people who think that somebody is against them. But I will tell you, if you want to conquer self-pity, it's very important that you need to do just 5 things. 1, discover who you are. Discover who you are. Very important. When you discover who you are, the point is that you know the things you should pursue and the things you shouldn't pursue. You have the power to do all things, but you shouldn't be doing all things. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, but you shouldn't be doing all things. There's no place the Bible commanded us to go and do all things. So, what do? Discover who you are. Now, know what you are good at. Know your passion. Know what you are good at. When you discover what you are good at, now focus on that. Neglect every other thing that is trying to come in. Neglect every other thing that is trying to take your attention. Now, keep developing yourself on that thing that you are good at. Now, number 3, live an authentic life. Now, knowing that you are good enough. Don't allow anybody tell you who you are. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take advice. That doesn't mean you shouldn't improve. But anytime somebody wants to talk you down, this is rubbish, this is hey, understand that only those who do, only those who do go to the bank. Those who know it all, the professors of this world in everything, the encyclopedias of this world, they know everything. I'm a digital marketer, I'm a web developer, I'm a mistake, I write a lot, what? It is not about what you do, it's about, it's not about what you know, it's about what you do with what you know. That's the most important thing. Now, so, number 3, live an authentic life. Number 4, take action. They will always say, 3 birds are on the tree, and one of the birds wanted to jump out of the tree. How many birds are remaining on the tree? I used to answer 3. I used to answer 2. But the answer is always 3. Because the other bird is still thinking, is still contemplating of flying, of leaving the tree, of flying away. Now, no matter how you think about writing a book, it cannot become a book. No matter how you think about starting a business, it cannot become a business. No matter how you think about changing your location, you cannot change your location. When you think, act. Thinking plus action will do the magic. So take action. I've always said, those who are successful, they have failed in a lot of things. So dare to fail, and fail as fast as you can. You heard about the guy, Thomas Edison, who had the permanent light in the filament. He failed about 10,000 times. Ladies and gentlemen, take action. That's number 4. Number 5, have a mentor. What that simply means is that sometimes you may keep trying to do it yourself. You keep failing. Now you can leverage other people's experience. It is unnecessary to have the experience before you know it. When you buy my book, Discover Yourself, you could get, my 35 years experience just in one day by reading the book. So somebody can be your mentor directly, indirectly through his books, I'm talking to you now. This video will be here the next 100 years of Jesus Stories, and Facebook is still there. So you can always, check YouTube, and listen to other people, get them train you. You can also pay for mentoring so that you can be serious about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say, whatever you do today from this morning, take action. Action is the only thing that determines the result you get. If you just keep thinking and no action, now no work done. But don't take the rational action, take a reasoned action. But there are some times you may not need to think it through. And when you see the light, when you're driving in the night, I love driving. When you're driving in the night, now I don't think your light goes more than 200 meters or 200 yards or whatever. I'm not very good in that kind of measurement. But your light will give you enough, illumination to start your journey. The same for every single thing you do. As far as you have enough knowledge to take the first step, and then you keep finding out what to do next. But that's not always the truth, because when it involves money, you have to be very careful so that you don't blow it and keep blowing it, because you may not get another one. I want to encourage you not to be an encyclopedia. Be a computer. Encyclopedia knows so much, but don't so little with what you know. Don't be an actor. A spectator. Be an actor. A spectator watches what happens, but an actor takes part in what happens. I don't want you to be a chameleon. A chameleon takes color from the environment, giving excuses. This country, my background, my wife, my daughter, my friend, a chameleon takes color from the environment. Nepal, this country is messed up. All this rubbish. Don't be a chameleon. Be a painter. A painter sees a color he/she doesn't like in the environment. She turns it to the color he/she likes. That's what I strive to do every day. I strive to see how people can get out of ignorance. People can do their business better, run their life better out of knowledge. Training their IQ, EQ, and SQ. IQ is intellectual intelligence, EQ emotional intelligence, and SQ spiritual intelligence. And making sure that you're a rounded person. Till I see you later in the day. Remain blessed and stay celebrated. Thank you very much. Thank Chichi for joining. You can listen through. God bless you. I think the great work you are doing with Enabled. When you come over, we're going to discuss more about it. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.